you're a fan of The Flash, you are in the right place. In today's video, we're ranking the most powerful villains that crossed in Barry Allen's path. He faced plenty of great villains over the years, but we will show you only the best. So, shall we begin? Number 11, Golden Glider. We are starting our video with a female villain, the Golden Glider. As you know, Lisa Snart is the sister of one of the oldest foes of Barry Allen, Captain Cold. Lisa is on the TV show and is described as shy, charming, and a little sadistic and not afraid to use her sexually to get what she wants. However, she doesn't want any superpowers, but she has her own gun similar to her brother's. She appeared in Season 1's Rogue Time and forced Cisco Ramon to make her a gun which can transmute anything into gold. With her gun, she became the Golden Glider and was part of Captain Cold's criminal unit, the Rogues, and gave Flash plenty of problems over the years. Although she is a villain, did you know that Lisa can skate as an Olympic-level skater?
But believe me, there is worse. And look, he may be a jerk brother, but he's the only jerk brother I've got.
Number 10, Clock King. Next up is William Tuchman, also known as Clock King. William is an expert thief who appeared in Season 1 episode Power Outage. In that particular episode, the Clock King was setting up a coup inside the police department where he took both Joe and Iris captive. However, later they were saved, but that doesn't deny his brilliance. Did you know that William is a master strategist and a computer wizard? Well, one time he was able to hack into Felicity's smoke system and self-destructed. And we know that Felicity is one of the best when it comes to computers. In the comics, he's described as a pure psychopath, and he has an entirely ruthless disregard for human life. Maybe you knew that before appearing on The Flash, the Clock King was introduced in Season 2 of Arrow. He's definitely worth mentioning as one of the best foes of Barry Allen. Number 9, Heatwave. Following the Clock King, we next meet up with Mick Rory, also known as the founding members of the Rogues, Heatwave. He's a pyromaniac supervillain and enemy to the Flash. Mick doesn't have any superpowers, but he has a big handheld flamethrower which produces enough heat to melt Flash's boots. He has also been a member of Project Cadmus and the Secret Society of Supervillains. Did you know that Mickey Rory used to work as a sci-fi paranormal romance novelist? Well, now you know. Heatwave and his brother in crime, Captain Cold, made Flash's life a living hell for a long time before they met Rip Hammer and ended up joining him as the part of the Legends of Tomorrow, leaving the Flash universe. Number 8, Pied Piper. The Pied Piper, or Hartley Hathaway, is a boy born deaf to wealthy parents. He had his hearing medically restored and developed such a fascination with sound that he ended up using his knowledge to become the supervillain, the Pied Piper. Before becoming the supervillain he is today, Hartley worked in Star Labs. After realizing the particle accelerator could explode, Wells fired him only to avoid Hartley's interference. After the particle accelerator exploded, Hartley was caught in the effect, resulting his hearing becoming augmented to a superhuman level, thus becoming the Pied Piper. Then he started seeking revenge against Wells with the thought of killing Barry, but he was unsuccessful and was defeated. After his defeat, he joined the team as an ally.
Hartley, thanks for coming after me.
Yeah, don't mention it. You won another battle against some speed freak, and I lost everything.
Number 7, King Shark. As you know, Shay Lambden, or also known as King Shark, is one of the villains that gave the Flash a hard time, especially when Zoom ordered him to kill Barry Allen. Shay Lambden is a marine biologist from Earth 2 who was transformed by the Star Labs particle accelerator into an anthropomorphic great white shark, while his Earth 1 counterpart massively developed tumors after Star Labs accelerator exploded and died shortly afterwards. He was also imprisoned and beat up at Argus. However, his story got interesting when Team Flash began working on a cure for the metahumans. He was able to finally get cured, but passed up the chance when Gorilla Grodd escaped and Team Flash needed King Shark to battle the giant villain. Number 6, The Thinker. One of the most formidable foes of the Flash was the Thinker. If you watched the television show, you knew that he was the main antagonist in Season 4. His name is Clifford DeVoe. he gained his powers from the particle acceleration explosion. As you know, his superpower was superhuman intelligence. He also had the ability to transfer his consciousness into the bus metas and siphon their powers. Through this process, he started to gain numerous superpowers, making him one of the Flash's most powerful adversaries. However, due to his increasing intelligence, he lost his ability to emphasize with others and soon began to grow unstable, leading to his defeat. Number 5. Killer Frost. Killer Frost is one of the best villains of this universe. Originally, she's from Earth 2 as ally of the main antagonist, Zoom. As you know, Killer Frost has the power to unleash frozen air from her hands. Eventually, she got killed by Zoom later on in the season. However, that is not the end for Killer Frost. Catelyn experiences time changes in Season 3 and is shown to have cryokinetic abilities, which is keeping secret from the team. She also develops a second villainous personality similar to the original Killer Frost from Earth 2. Eventually, Catelyn learns that Killer Frost was already a part of her as a child. Therefore, she did not get her powers from the particle accelerator explosion. We don't know for sure, but she can definitely end up as the evil Killer Frost on this Earth as well. Number 4. Captain Cold. We finally get one of the earliest foes of Barry Allen, Captain Cold. As you know, he is a co-founder and the leader of the Rogues along with his friend Mickey Rory. Leonard Snart steals a cold gun made by Ramon Sisko and thus becoming the infamous villain Captain Cold. He then kidnaps Sisko. He forces him to reveal the identity of the Flash. He then tells Barry that he would keep his identity secret, but he wants in exchange Barry to not interfere with heists in the future. Captain Cold wasn't an evil man, just a bad guy who wanted to create chaos. Did you know that in New 52 universe, Captain Cold temporarily had meta-human ice powers? With that, he was able to slow down the Flash or objects traveling at high velocities via molecular deceleration caused by absolute zero. Nevertheless, he was one of the best villains Barry could have.
We need to break into Argus and steal an alien power source.
The Flash, a thief.
Number 3. SAVITAR. We've finally reached the top 3, with the bronze medal going to SAVITAR. Sometimes our biggest enemies are ourselves, and in this case, SAVITAR is none other than Barry Allen himself, just from an alternate future. SAVITAR showed up in Season 3 and was the main villain throughout. As the third speedster villain in a row, the identity of this man was kept secret for much of this season. For comic book fans, this was a version of Future Flash. Being Barry from the future, he knows everything about himself, including how to destroy Barry as retribution for his playing God with the timelines. If you didn't know, SAVITAR can move at super speed and is able to lend or steal speed from moving objects. He also has accelerated healing due to increased metabolism and can generate a full inertia force field. With that being said, without question, he is one of the most formidable enemies Barry has had. Number 2. Zoom. Our civil medal goes to Season 2 main villain, Zoom. The villain was a speedster who turned out to be Barry's mentor. However, in this case, it was Jay Garrick, a Flash from an alternate Earth, who helped teach Barry a lot about the Speed Force and his powers. But there was another twist. This was not actually Jay at all, but Hunter Zolomon, a speedster from Earth 2 who stole Jay's identity. Hunter had Killer Frost as an ally. Maybe you know that from entire purpose of Hunter helping Barry was to increase his speed so he could steal it for himself and become the fastest speedster on any Earth. In the end, it was Zoom who caused so much pain for Barry that he created Flashpoint, which created SAVITAR. However, he was defeated and he faced the ultimate fate when Time Wraiths transformed him into the Black Flash. Number 1. EOBARD THAWNE. We finally get to our gold medalist for this video, EOBARD THAWNE, or simply known as the Reverse Flash. We think that the first villain from The Flash remains the best. We have had the biggest twist of Season 1 when we discovered that EOBARD THAWNE was actually Barry's closest ally, Dr. Harrison Wells, the director of Star Labs. The entire story was set up when THAWNE recreated the accident that created Flash, giving himself powers only to learn that he was destined to become Flash's arch nemesis. As you know, EOBARD killed Barry's mother and framed Henry Allen for the crime, and ended up trapped in the 21st century, so he took the identity of Wells. It wasn't just his powers as a speedster that made him Flash's greatest enemy, but the manipulative methods he used to destroy Barry's life from the start. We end our video here, guys, but if you have a favorite villain from this list, tell us in the comments section below. If you want more content like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notifications as soon as a new video pops up. Thank you for watching.